Welcome back. It's now time for your midday sports. Now at sports time, the West Indies A resuming at 202 for 2, or West Indies A resuming on 202 for 2 on their second day of their 4-day unofficial test, took their total to 417 for 6 at stumps against Bangladesh A in Sylhet in their first unofficial test. Now, Alec Athanaze, who was on 35 overnight, took his score to 85, while Tejnarayan Chandapol, who resumed on 70, went on to make 83. The pair shared in a 121-run third-wicket partnership. Jamaican Brandon King made a 4-ball duck as the Windies A lost 3 wickets for 3 runs at one stage. Yannick Carrier, 14, was the other wicket to fall on the day. Joshua Da Silva, 73, and Kevin Sinclair, 47, were the batsmen at the crease at the close. Jamaican Kirk McKenzie is the top scorer in the innings so far with 86. And at sports time, Jamaica's women were struggling at 100 for 9 in their CG Insurance Super 50 clash against the Windward Islands women at the Connery Sports Club in St. Kitts. Chadine Nation, 16, and Rashada Williams, 12, were the only batters to get into double figures. Afi Fletcher did the most damage for the Windward's bowling attack, claiming 6 for 24, while Pearl Etienne has a 2 for 5. Jamaica's next match will be against the Leeward Islands on Saturday. Jamaican teenage motor racing sensation Tommy Gore is now lying second after the opening round of this year's Radical Caribbean Cup, having recorded 2 podium place finishes at Bushy Park in Barbados over the weekend. The 18-year-old Gore, who was making his debut in the series, had 2 second-place finishes behind Trinidadian Christian Budusing to go along with 2 fastest lap bonus points. Gore ended the meet with 46 points, with Budusing out front on 61 points and Justin Maloney of Barbados sitting third on 32 points. Meanwhile, Trinidad and Tobago lead the Nations Cup section with 68 points, followed by Barbados on 55, Jamaica third with 51. Round 2 will be held in Trinidad and Tobago on June 25. Today will decide the team which will face Inter Milan in the final of the UEFA Champions League, as Manchester City will face defending champions Real Madrid in their second leg semi-final clash at the Etihad Stadium. In the first leg encounter in Spain, it ended 1-1 between the teams. Kickoff time is at 2 p.m. Jamaica time. Yesterday, Inter Milan booked their spot in the final for the first time in 13 years as Lautaro Martinez's goal sealed a 1-0 victory over fierce rivals AC Milan at San Siro. Inter led 2-0 after the first leg. The final will be played on June 10. And Reggae Boys target Ivan Toney will now have to be on the sidelines for 8 months after accepting breaking Football Association FA's betting rules. The Brentford striker has also been fined £50,000 for committing over 230 breaches of the FA's betting rules and warned about his future conduct. Tony's suspension starts immediately, but the 27-year-old can return to training with Brentford on September 17, 4 months before his suspension ends. He'll not be allowed to play again until January 17, 2024. And that's it for your Midday Sports Report. Shane?
Thanks, Jordan. And that's the Midday News. I'm Shane Masters. Join us at 7 for Prime Time News. On behalf of the news, sports, and production teams, have a good afternoon.